I'm here with Tom Pape of Truestar Home Inspections.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and Tom's going to tell us a little bit about himself and what he likes about the coast. Right?
Glad to do that, Fran. Glad to do it.
And you're new to the coast, right?
Relatively new, yeah. We've been here for about 3 years now. Yeah, we about 3 years ago moved up out of Lower Mainland.
And what were you doing before you moved here?
I'm a professional engineer by trade, and I was working in industry doing industrial sales internationally, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Solomon Islands, a whole lot of different places. So my wife and I decided to move up here and change our lifestyle, and then I got into home inspections, and here we are today.
That's great. Okay, so your business is home inspection, so that's when new people are buying a home and they want to make sure everything's copacetic with it.
Yeah, we look at the major issues within the house, or the major components within the home. So we're not experts, we're not structural engineers or electrical engineers and looking at codes or anything like that. But rather what we're looking at is what are the apparent issues within a home that could result in either costs or just basically costs for the homeowner. So maintenance coming up. And look at the major components, and we give the new prospective home buyer a detailed report, and they make an informed decision from there.
Okay, and so you give somebody they can walk to their insurance company with it, and they know a little bit more about their house or might need work in the future.
Exactly, and actually a fair number of insurance companies are asking for that now. It's particularly with an older home. Things like do you have aluminum wiring in your house? What kind of fireplace do you have? What sort of, they call it wood energy transfer technology, wet, whatever kind of wood burning facility you have. Is it to the wet, which is a code, or not a code, but rather a requirement by most insurance companies as well.
For certification.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've been doing home inspections up here now for?
Just started.
Yeah. It's a brand new product. Newbie. That's great. And what do you like about owning a business? What do you like about that?
Well, I like the freedom. I like the freedom to be able to work as much as I like, and fortunately for my business, I like to work. So I'm usually at the desk very early in the morning, very late at night, and that's what I like about it. And I also like working with people.
And if somebody hired you, how long before they get their inspection, before they get their report?
The inspections will be the inspection report will be issued by the end of the day. If I do an inspection, say at 1:30 in the afternoon, by 8 or 9 o'clock at night, depending on the complexity of the inspection, they'll have a full detailed report. And those reports are web-based, so you can download that report, and you have that ad infinitum. So and those reports are usually, I would say, somewhere between 50 and 100 pages with detailed photographs. It also has hot links on the report that takes you to the recommendations and the limitations, and also the issues that we could find within the home itself. So it's a really great document. There's a huge amount of background that is available to the person who has hired us to do the report. So, and it's ongoing, so they can use that forever. Mm-hmm. It's theirs. It's theirs.
Report on your home.
Yeah, it's theirs to keep and to use as they will.
Okay, that's great.
And by the way, we do not issue reports to third parties unless we're asked to by the person hiring us, the client hiring us.
So the buyers, they get the report and that's it.
That's right. Unless they want to send the report to you, that's fine too. Mm-hmm. But we have to get permission from them. So it's a confidential report. They paid for it. They own it.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. And have you had many good experiences with customers yet, or are you still on the learning curve?
The steep learning curve.
The steep learning curve.
Because part of the training program that you have with the home inspection business, and I'll detail that as we get down further. But you have to do 50 hours of unpaid inspections. So you have to go with a mentor and walk the walk with that mentor, and you learn from, and you meet the people, and you learn the various styles that the inspectors have, that the certified inspectors have. So I had a great interaction with people. I find they're very, very open to conversation, they're asking questions, and we're free to, or glad to provide them with any answers they like.
So the buyer gets to walk around with you toward the end of the inspection, and you'll show them some things. Is that?
Yeah, that's preferable, because when you start the inspection, you're doing the exterior, and then you're doing the roof, and you're doing the attic. So it's a safety issue. It's a personal safety issue with the people. We don't want people up on ladders and climbing around you know, there's a lot of liability involved in that
Mhm.
for the homeowner as well as for the inspector.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, we welcome people to walk. Actually, at the end of the inspection, we sit down and I'll show them, I'll have the report in a draft form already on my iPad, and I'll show them that, and I'll detail what's there. I'll give them a summary, a bottom line of what I see, and then the report to follow will be more detailed and more specific to the issues that are there, giving them an idea of what they need to do, if they need to do anything to remedy what we're finding.
Mhm. Okay, so you'll make suggestions or recommendations or
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
That's great. And what's something that people don't know about home inspections?
Well, years ago it was Bob built a house, and he knows something about houses, and therefore he has a pickup truck and a ladder, and he's now a home inspector. And that was what happened years and years ago. Now I'm talking maybe 25, 30 years ago, but it still goes on today. So what a lot of people don't recognize or don't realize, and then don't know, is that in order to become a certified home inspector, you have to go through 12 months of education, and that's either distance learning, so a virtual classroom, or through a college such as Douglas College or ASTT or one of the recognized colleges throughout the country. So you have to go through this course, and you cannot do it in less than a year. So it's 12 months that it takes you to do it. You write a maximum or minimum of 50 exams, and then you have 50 hours, as I mentioned before. You have 50 hours of personal or of a mentorship or unpaid inspections, and then you have what they call peer review inspections, and that's kind of like the sort of the end of the process. So when you go with a peer review inspector, he takes you into a house and he says, okay, he knows what's wrong with the house and what the issues are. So you have to find them, and it's not like, well, the porch is falling off the house. It's like something very, very specific. For example, a lot of older homes were oil heated, so they had an oil line going into the house somewhere. Well, if you have an oil line going into your house, you need to know that, and that needs to be pointed out not only in the disclosure from the seller, but also for us to find it is a very important thing. Things such as, and lately one of the issues that's come up is vermiculite and asbestos. So vermiculite in attics, and we were talking about that actually the other day. And so vermiculite is an issue, and so those are the things that we would point out. So anyways, I'm sort of digressing here a bit. So we do these peer review inspections, and then after that we have to qualify for an association, or don't have to, but I prefer to belong to the Home Inspectors Association of BC, which is about 400 members in British Columbia. It's a very, very well-established organization, so you have to write 7 more exams, proctored exams through them, so which I did through Capilano College up in Sechelt. And then you have to apply with the Consumer Protection BC, and you have to go through a series of hurdles and check marks for them as well. So the whole process takes anywhere between minimum 12 to 16 months in order to just become certified to go out and actually do something. So people just think, well, you know, the guy's got a truck and he's got a boat, he's got a ladder, so let's let him do an inspection. So those are the things that are really heavily involved. And the course itself, just to go on the course a bit, the one I took was called Carson Dunlop, and they're out of Toronto. They're a consulting firm, they're an inspection agency, and they've been around since 1975, I believe. So they're kind of the people that wrote the book, and actually they did write the book on home inspection. So it's I'm proud to have gone through it. I mean, it was quite a task to do it, and I really didn't think it was going to be that much work. But it was fun.
That's good. Then at least you can say that you're certified.
Exactly. And you have to have a a certification, a license with CPBC, Consumer Protection BC, and when people are hiring any home inspector, they should look and see that there's a license there. If there isn't a license, well, sorry, I'll go to somebody else.
And so you have a website?
I have a website, yeah, TruestarHomeInspections.com. And if you go there, you can link into that, link into those. And if you go to Consumer Protection BC, you go there and it says find an inspector. They give you put your area in there, and the various home inspectors will come up.
That's good. That's great. Do you have any advice you'd want to share with everybody about?
About getting into the business?
Yeah.
Yeah. My advice would be to follow your dreams and live it with passion and have 120% commitment to the program, because if you're not committed, if you're just involved, it's not going to be a very good experience. But yeah, to approach it with passion and know why you're getting into it. That's what I would say, and that's what I'm doing, is I'm passionate about sort of my dysfunction. I'm passionate about buildings and I'm passionate about people. So it works well for me.
That's great. That's great. Now, so you've been on the coast for 3 years. What do you like about living on the coast?
I love the lifestyle. I love the quiet. I love the simplicity of it. I love the fact that I can go to the store and buy something. I don't have to worry about going to some place like Metro Town, which they call Mental Town, right? Going to Metro Town and having like 200 handbag shops and 300 shoe shops and never buying anything because you don't know what you want to buy. So I love the simplicity of living on the coast. I like the people on the coast. They're laid back. It's very uncomplicated lifestyle. I've got a bigger piece of property which I could never afford in the Lower Mainland, and most assuredly, like in West Vancouver and North Vancouver, I might get a postage stamp sized lot for a fraction of what I paid for my house, you know. So affordable living and great people to work with.
That's great. And do you have, let's see, do you have a favorite park or a favorite restaurant, or what would you like to do? What would you recommend somebody not miss in Gibson? Say?
Well, if you're a senior, Blackfish Pub on Tuesdays is a senior's day, so you get your discount on that. We frequent the Blackfish on a weekly basis. Persephone's Farm Brewery, fantastic place to visit. And Nagomi, the new sushi spot down here, and they call it, they're in the Pink House, which anybody's in Gibson's knows they're in the Pink House. They've just opened their doors. They're fantastic sushi.
I haven't been to the new place yet.
Really, I was in there today. Really nice. I just went to see what they had done because I saw the open sign there. Very nice. They've done it. It's very Japanese, but very tastefully done. Not that Japanese isn't tastefully done, but it is very tastefully done. And so that, you know, as far as cuisine is concerned, Bonniebrook's always good. Lighthouse Pub in Seychelles, great. As far as parks are concerned, we love Bonniebrook Beach. Walking there, we walk our dog down there just about every day. Lots of trails to walk. You can walk a trail right from where we are down in Chester, Bonniebrook Lodge, all the way through to Gibson downtown here, through the backwoods. And we love Smuggler's Cove, Dakota Ridge, and Cliff Gilchrist Park. Yeah, so there's lots of great places to go. And then having a boat, a small boat, I can also go to Plumper's Cove. I can go over and hang around Keats. I can muck around on the beach somewhere and go right, take the boat up to Roberts Creek. And so yeah, it's a nice lifestyle. I could never do that in the Lower Mainland. Yeah, I'd have to drive hours to get my boat in the water. Yeah. So it works out well. And cross country skiing and snowshoeing at Dakota Ridge, like, man, that's a piece of paradise. That
it took me a while to discover that place, but that's pretty great.
It's beautiful up there. Like, so you want snow? The thing about the coast, God got it right. She put the snow on the mountains, and not on the line, not in your driveway. Notice I said she. Okay? I'm being correct on that one. So she is a woman. So.
Okay, so just you want to go over your website again? What's your website? Truestar Home Inspections.
TruestarHomeInspections.com. Yep.
Okay, so we'll put the link to that on the site, and it's Tom Pape. And thanks very much for being with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Glad to help.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for the time.
Bye-bye.
How'd that work?
I think it's good.